Hello crafty friends, welcome to my channel. Today I have a super special video. I am celebrating 10,000 subscribers. I still can't believe I'm saying this. It's such a huge milestone for me. I never thought this would be possible. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for making it possible. Thank you for your support. Thank you for just being there for me for every single video, for all your comments, your love, your positive feedback. I really appreciate every single one of you. And because this huge milestone, friends, is so important for me, today I want to celebrate it with you in a very special way. For the longest time, you've been asking for a craft room tour, and today I'm bringing you exactly that. So this is a place that's far from perfect, but it's perfect for me. This is my happy place. This is where I come when I'm stressed. This is the place where I come when I'm happy, when I'm full of creativity. So I just want to open the doors today and show you everything that's in here. So come with me, let's get started. My scrap room is actually in the basement of our 2-floor apartment here in Bolivia. And right beside my scrap room is my kids' playroom. So as you can see, this is a large space where my girls spend their days playing right beside me. And now, friends, what we came here for. So I share this big space with my family. We've got the media area where my husband watches movies. We've got the little desk where my girls do any distance learning whenever school goes online. And we have their little art cart there, the TV. And right next to it, we have my scrap room. So this is a general look into my scrap room. Here I have my working table. Lots of lights, as you can see, since I'm in the basement and I need lots of light to film my videos. I've got lots of rolling cards and furniture to hold all of my products and creations. I also have my working station there, my Peloton. So friends, let's start with my working table, and there's actually a funny story behind this table. It used to be my store's workshop table, and it actually got too small really fast, so I got new tables for my store and brought this one home to start my scrap room. On the sides, I can store some baskets, and on the top I have all of my favorite things that I use on a daily basis to create. Right at my left, friends, I have my organizer. I think this one is from IKEA, and I love having this at hand because I put the papers and collections that I'm working on. I put the embellishment. I put the photos that I've printed and that I want to start creating. Here I have my embellishment trays from scrapbook.com. They hold all the embellishments that I need to create with. Right here I have a little organizer that holds some adhesive, some of the punches that I use very frequently. I also have some very essential things like hand lotion, lip balm, a little anti-allergic. And here I have this little spinner from scrapbook.com where I have all my linseed powders. I have some little mixed media acrylic paint and other fun mixed media products that I use frequently. Down here I have my Gloria Scraps mug that holds my pens and pencils that I use on a daily basis. And moving up here, I have my camera. This is a Vixia G70. I really recommend it, it's great. Down here, I have a little tool caddy filled with things that I use, like rulers, white pens, scissors. I have tons and tons of them, but each one has their own use. So I just need all of the scissors. Okay, I have my crocodile and my hole punchers, distressing tools. I always have this little bowls on hand just to put my adhesives, my embellishments. On the right side, I have my favorite Fiskars trimmer. I have this little like transparent holder that fits perfectly for all my pattern paper that I'm using while creating. And on this side, this is one of my favorite items to have on my desk. I have this little caddy that holds my favorite scissors. Some of them, this is for fabric, this one is for paper, this one is for adhesive, for foam adhesive. Like every scissor has its own use. And here, friends, if you followed me for a while, you know that I love my foam adhesive. So I have all of the foam adhesives that you can imagine, rolls, little squares. I have them all right by my side. And right behind me, friends, I have this wall that I just adore. It brings so much color into my room, and I always wanted a pegboard, so my husband made my dream come true. He put this pegboard just behind me. We had a custom furniture made for all my collections. So right here, you can see I have lots of spray inks. I have my watercolors. I have tons of twine. I just love having all the collection, all the colors and all the options. Moving on, I have this little cups. All of these are from IKEA that hold my favorite pens. I have my watercolor markers, some brushes, some ink to create those ink splatters. So this is acrylic paint. I have this tray that holds all my crocodiles. So I love what those colorful crocodiles bring to my wall. Up here, I have those scissors that I want to keep really away from my kids because they can be very dangerous. So I put them up here. And right beside it, I have my collection of color pops, more shimmers and those magical powders, as well as my favorite magazines and inspiration books that I consult whenever I'm feeling that I need a little inspiration. Down here, I have some little things that my daughters put for me, my Labubu. I have my Care Bear and some photos that I change up so they can be present in my scrap room. Below, I have this little organizer that has some of my wood veneer and fun little embellishments. I have my tons of Simple Stories washi tapes that I get as their design team member, so I have them close by. Here I have this We Are like organizer. I have lots of cardstock, you know, like the basil ones, so I try to divide them by colors, and just I love having them on hand to create some layouts, and for my girls as well. Here on these two shelves, I have some unfinished layouts, friends. Usually these are the crop and create layouts that I need to add photos. Up here, some vellum and white cardstock. And here are my favorite We Are punch board and tools. So I have the circle cutters, both of them. I have the tag punch board, the pocket punch board. I have my alphabet punch board here, and just some smaller ones that I love using. Right here, I have my We Are typewriter. I just love how decorative this piece is. I rarely use it to type up my journaling, but I love having it here. Here I have my die cutting machine. This is a Spellbinders one that I love. And I have my little brushes, ink brushes here for all the ink colors that I need. I love having this pegboard that says, do more of what makes you happy, a little reminder for me to keep doing what I love. Next to it, I have this little piece that holds all my rolling stamps. I rarely use them, friends, so I think I'm gonna purge them before going to my new house, but I love having them there for a while. Here I have my color pops, and I have this fun little cards that Crop and Create always sends us, so I just keep them there. I have my little cleanup cloths, and right here another paper organizer. These are the cardstocks that I use the most. They are mainly simple stories. I love their Color Vibe cardstock. I love the texture that they have, so I usually buy them by the pack. They come in 25. So you can see I have all their colors, and I just adore having them and creating with them. Up here, I have my little trays. This one holds the Haiti Swap Color Shine. I just adore this thing, so I will never part with them, especially the gold one that I think is my last one that I have around here. So up here, I have the Prima Color Blooms sprays as well, my Haiti Swap texture paste, and other like mixed media, Vicky Bouton, and other elements up there. Right here, I have this organizer. It's like a magazine, I believe, organizer from IKEA, and it holds some collections that I just want to remember to use. I believe they're mostly American craft here. So yes, I love seeing them. I love having them, all the color here. And up here, I have some of these of the simple stories templates that I love using. I have some Bella Boulevard products, some die cut pieces that I haven't used yet. Okay, so right behind me, I have this custom made shelf that has 10 cubes, and I've divided them by company. Since I am designing for Bella Boulevard, I have all my Bella collections just ready to create here. These are their new collections that I'm super excited about. So everything Bella Boulevard is here. Moving to the left, I have lots and lots of simple stories, friends. This is mainly Disney. Moving here, I have lots of simple stories. So I just use my scrapbook.com envelopes, and I put everything there to have it on hand. I need to label them. I will soon get to that, hopefully in my new space. But you see, I love using all the plastic envelopes to organize my collections, since this is the way that I create, friends. I love creating with collections and with all the products that you can find that will match beautifully, and they will do the job for you. And moving on, I still have lots of more simple story collections. So here I added a little Velcro piece just to attach it and have it close. And yes, friends, here's more simple stories. All of this is simple stories. And now I will move on to the next cube, which is my Hip Kit Club kits. So I put them in this other organizer, and this is the way that I'm storing them until I move to my bigger scrap room, where I will have more space for my collections. Down here, I have this little box with 2 drawers where I have my OmniGrid ruler that I love using to stitch on my layouts. I also have these Kiwi Lane templates that are super useful, friends, for those kind of awkward shapes that you want to create. So maybe some like waves and fun different little shapes, mountains. So this is something new that I've got. It's not new in the industry. I know maybe some of you have already purchased that, but since I love stitching, those come really handy. Up here, I have my page maps, sketch recipe cards. I have more templates. These are some journaling templates from Karen Foster, very old ones. I have simple stories, photo mat templates, and lots of other little templates and pieces. Down here, friends, I was missing some space for my completed albums, so I had to take one of my baskets here to put my albums, and let me show you one here. I usually divide them by our yearly family album and our travel album for that year. So let's look at 2018, and this was just some of the fun we had that year. This was me meeting Maggie Holmes, Dear Lizzie, Shamel, Amy Tan on one of the Creativation shows. So yes, some wonderful memories in this album. Our family travels. Let me know, friends, if there's something that you want me to show you more. If you would like for me to create a flip through of these older albums. As you can see, I have lots of free pages there waiting for more memories to be scrapped. But let me know if that's something you're interested in. To my right, friends, I have this baskets that I believe I got from Target, and these hold all my collections. This basket is Vicky Bouton, so I have more of those transparent holders of collections, and as you can see, I have tons of products there, papers, chipboard, stickers. So all of this basket is Vicky Bouton. Moving to the right, I have more collections. This is Bea Valent. I have a couple of designers here, Shamel. So sometimes I just use those big bags to store my collections. But I have Paige Evans, lots and lots of collections. Because friends, that's my preferred way of creating. I love just getting a little bag. I know everything will go together perfectly, and I know that I will love the final result of my layout whenever I use a collection. Let's move on to the next basket, and here I have, this is American Craft, a Valentine's collection. I have more Paige Evans here, the Blooming collection with papers and all the embellishments. I have more pattern paper there. So this is Paige Evans, Bungalow Lane, I believe. And I just can't part with this collection, friends. I love them all. So I keep them in this little basket, and that is filled with Paige Evans. The last one is a miscellaneous one. It has a 49 in market. I haven't touched this one and I'm dying to use it. So I have that one. I have some Doodlebug. I created some very fun pages with this one. I have some Echo Park. This is a travel collection. And some of Felicity Jane. Before they closed their doors, I just left a couple of my favorite hits here. On the back, I have even more Doodlebug and past hip kits, because I used to subscribe to them for many, many years. So lots of collections, friends. Now you know that this is my way of scrapbooking. I adore using collections. It makes the job so much easier and creating is so much faster. Now let's move on to this little roller cart here. This has my favorite tools, the ones that I grab almost daily. So I have a smaller trimmer here, just for photos or smaller things. I have my Misty larger tool. I have my scoring board, a little notebook. I also have my hot glue machine. I have my embossing tool, some little you know, this silk mats that are super useful for all the hot things that we do and need. So I have my cutting plates for the Spellbinders machine there. I have my piercing mat. I love adding stitches to my layout, so that's a must. I have a trimmer that's in inches and one that is in centimeters. I also have my stamp and spin tool by Sizzix and my stencil and stamp one. So that's this. I also have, yeah, this is a laser square and some other little things down there. On the second shelf, I have just tons of photos, printed photos. So whenever I'm about to create, I grab this little like basket first. I take it out, I look through here if I have something that could work. It is messy, but it does the job, friends. Here I have, if you've seen my videos, you know how much I love to use my trays. So I just have them really handy to put all my embellishments and die cuts. Here I have even more photos. So I have some autumn photos, more fall photos, travel, school. So I just have them on hand because I usually do a lot of like theme scrapbooking or seasonal with the design teams that I have. And here, friends, this is an older organizer, I believe from IKEA, that holds all of my travel stickers. So whenever I'm doing my travel albums, I just take this little caddy out and have everything on hand. Okay, and moving to the third level, I have all my Disney embellishment, cards, little fun pieces, you know, like it's a hodgepodge of everything down here. I also have lots of memorabilia. So I have all the little things that we get in our travel receipts, some of the pins that you get. So whenever I'm ready to scrapbook my travel adventures, I have those there. Here are all my travel stamps as well. So this is kind of a travel rolling card with my favorite tools on the top. Now let's move on to this little corner here. I have two little hooks that hold my favorite ribbons. I get these at Michael's whenever I travel, and I love having them on hand. I think they just add texture and fun to my room. And of course, they inspire me to create it. I love having them where I can see them. And let's move on to this big roller cart here. This is from Michael's. I don't remember the name, but it's the larger and wider rolling cart. I use the top layer here for my dies. This is my entire dies collection and it is very packed. So I'm hoping for a new organizational system in my new place, but for now this is working. So I just use these, I believe they're from, I can't remember the name, but I will link them down below. I love that they are colorful, so I just have some miscellaneous dies, birthday dies, tag dies. So behind every category, yeah, these are Stamp Market. Sorry, I forgot the name, but I just saw it and remembered. So let's say behind the tag dies, I have all the tags from every brand that I own, and I just love flipping through them and grabbing what I need. So banners and frames, I have pocket dies. I'm loving the new Sizzix ones. Scrapbook.com has awesome as well. And I just have lots of options there. Here I have leaves and floral dies, and as you can see, you can find all the brands there. Maybe in the future I will subdivide them into more florals or maybe brands that I gravitate more towards. For example, Spellbinders, that's a brand that I love their florals and their leaves. So here I have rosettes, scallops, nested basic shapes, alphabets, and butterflies. Here I have more dies, so I have this trendier shapes like the little jackets, the Stanley cups or water cups, coffee. I love Concord and 9, so I have a bunch of those. Houses and windows, so here I have all the little house shapes. I just love those. The little window. And hot foil press plates, some album dies, to create spines. This Sizzix one is really interesting. I haven't used it because I just got it. And now I divide by season. I have spring, winter, Halloween and fall, borders, lots of bags and boxes because I love creating little bags for my daughter's school to give them some different treats for every occasion possible. Here on this side, I have some books to inspire color palettes, to inspire, creating different color combinations. So I love this one. I got another one recently in one of my travels. It's this color scheme. And here I have a Spark magazine where I was featured, and I love having that just to see myself in there. Here I have my Scrap and Learn books of our workshops and just little folders with some memorabilia and my sketchbooks. Down here, friends, I have my embossing folders. I don't have that much of these, but all of them are here, and behind them I have stamps. I have more stamps there. I have stencils, the layering stencils, and more stencils behind. So I've tried to divide them into brands. So yes, I have scrapbook.com, Dilutions, and a bunch of others behind it. Here I need to organize. I have more dies. These were the ones that came in the Advent calendar by Spellbinders last year. So I just went ahead and put the name, the code, and just added a little magnetic sheet to put them and organize them. My Misty tool is here, the smaller one. I have my little tool to hold the dies to not lose them. There I have my thermal cinch. It is a binding machine with all their accessories. And here, this is something new that I got this trip, is my color deck by Spellbinders. So I'm really interested in getting into card making, so I think that will be super useful. So down here, friends, on the last shelf, I have all my foam adhesives. I get them in bulk whenever they are in a special or they have some type of discount. I use so much of foam adhesive that I get a lot. Okay, since I'm missing drawers in this room, I just need to use one of these to hold all my adhesives. So I have my ATG gun and my favorite tool to apply the Nuvo glue. Okay, so this holds my adhesive, and hopefully I will have some drawers in my new room, and I will be able to put this behind doors. These are the little cubes that are on the sides of my table. Here I put my Big Shot switch machine, and it's plugged in, so I can put it on my desk and start cutting. Down here I have another trimmer and a little basket with some of those foam stickers that we use to collect I have tons of those. Here I have a basket full of my larger paper punches, such as squares, circles in all the sizes that you can imagine, some border ones, and just those that I state that I kept because I love using them. Up here I have a basket with even more punches, but I'm afraid to move it, friends, because this can fall out and that wouldn't be good for a video, right? So I have more punches there that I use really frequently. Here I have a box with some photos, those larger prints that I just want to print really big for the wall, or maybe to create a very big layout. Up here is a basket with my scraps. I love having this on hand because my girls can come in, grab any paper to create a little card or something fun, and of course I can grab those too if I want to create something. This is a little box that holds all my roller adhesives, so this has to be my favorite one of all times. So I get those in bulk, as you can see, and this is how I keep them right now. Up here I have this 4 shelves that make 2 large ones, and I have this basket that just hold those pieces that don't belong with any collection, you know, those that I collected at first, you know, that older collections by Dear Lizzie, Pink Paisley, all the American craft goodies that are really hard to part with. So I rarely use them right now, but my girls really enjoy coming in and looking through this basket and maybe using them to create some fun little cards or albums. So I just keep those in this basket. So this holds like those 3D embellishments. This one holds more of those puffy stickers, you know, those older ones. And I have their papers in another side of my room that I'm gonna show you, but I have lots of LE Studios and all the American craft goodies here. Oh, look at those butterflies. You know, I just can't part with all these fun items, friends, even if I don't use them that often. And right here, yes, this is chipboard, so I have those older chipboard frames that I'm sure that many of you still have. This holds ribbon up here. This one holds flowers, I believe. So yes, I used to have like 6 of this basket, friends, and I've given away many of them, but these are my favorite ones that I just can't part with. Now, moving below, I have my calendar here just with my assignments, my design team assignments, and here I have 2 IKEA tables that I've joined together to create this larger working space. So here is my sewing machine that I use very frequently. So I bring it here and I can start stitching. Up here, I have my most used paper punches. I have some more little pens and pencils, rulers, and scissors. These little embellishments that my daughter creates for me sit everywhere. As you can see, the pencil, the little paint thing there, and this one that she made for me. Down here I have my cutting mats, and I have a white one, a black one, glass mat, so I use them for different occasions, especially for filming. And here, friends, I just stack up my layouts until they can't stay sturdy anymore, and then I just open an album and start putting them away. Okay, so here are my latest layouts. and they will stay there until I can put them in my albums. This little card here is all happy planner. I used to be very big into happy planners, so I have all the stickers, sticker books. I have lots of their planners down there, the big punch, the organizer, but I really need to purge this. But my daughter really loves them, so that's why I keep them. So I don't know until when I will have this one with all these things, but for now it's gonna stay there for my daughters. And up here I usually have page maps, sketches. I have my scrapbook generation sketches just to look through them whenever I'm about to start a layout and get some inspiration, as well as my crop and create booklets. These large notebooks here hold my class content. This was Scrapbook 101 by Megan Andrews, so I just divide them like that and punch holes to put my classes there. And whenever I'm really in a rut, I come to my classes and they always inspire me. Okay, this is my large format printer. It is an Epson EcoTank L8180. I love this thing, friends. You know, I've purchased it almost a year ago and I only changed ink once, so I really recommend it. Down here I have this that holds a bunch of things like photo paper. I have the letterpress paper here, more photo paper. I have some DMC floss and other flosses that I use to stitch, as well as some color essentials cardstock from Spellbinders, some unfinished projects here, more floss for my stitching. This is the thread for my sewing machine and some of my mats for my electronic die cutting machines. Here I have more of those mats. I have page protectors and more of that like office supplies things. Moving on, I have my simplified planner. This is for like everyday life, and this is for all my crafty goals. So I have those really on hand and I use them daily. Right here I have all my favorite pens, highlighters, dot markers. I have threads and just like basic things. My computer sits here, and I have my Epson PictureMate, which I use a lot for photos. And here I have a little like organizer with more notebooks and just everyday things, and my hot glue gun there. Let's move up here, friends. Up here I have some albums that I created. I have those Simple Stories 6x8 that are unused that I hopefully will start using soon. And up there I have more of those Happy Planner notebooks. This one holds more alphabet stickers, and you've seen those there. Here I have two shelves, two IKEA like bookshelves that holds my favorite punches, some inks, Catherine Pooler, Concord and Ninth, and here this beautiful corner that has the scrapbook.com ink organizers hold my distress oxides and inks, as well as some Catherine Pooler, some Pink Fresh ink dyes, and lots of little goodies. In this little messy corner, friends, I have lots of flowers that I use for my flat lays, for those pictures that you see on my social media. So I have for all seasons. Down here, I have this organizer full of washi tape. I rarely use them, but my daughters love them. Here I have the backdrops for the photos as well. I have some storage organizers for my collections and all the sizes. I have more of those cubes for my IKEA shelves. What else, friends? I have this magnetic platform that I have to use and my cinch binding wires. Moving here, I have another rolling cart that holds all my finished cards. So I've done cards with collections, and for my design teams, I have lots of birthday, Father's Days, and lots of Christmas. So I love having them on hand just to have them for whenever I need them or my daughters need a nice card. Here I have more of those older embellishments that we used to use, like doilies. I have doilies in all the colors that you can imagine. I have little like frames. Down here, I have lots of tags, you know, Amy Tangerine. I have Studio Calico, the typecast ones. So lots of older embellishments that I really need to think about it and see if I'm gonna keep them or purge them. Down here, I have lots of stamps, you know, of those smaller stamps and older ones that I just love some of those. So yeah, I'm gonna see what to do with them. LE Studios, so I really need to organize them in my new space, but for now they live in that 2 baskets. Up here I have a sign that reminds me that any day spent in this room is a good day, so I love that one to remind me of that. And up here I have a little metallic cord that I use to hang up all my favorite layouts. So I change them up frequently, but I love all the color that this brings to my room and just to inspire me to keep creating. So now on this top shelf, I have lots of mini albums that I've created. I just love my candles. I have a bunch of them in many different scents, so I love lighting them up early in the morning when I wake up. I also have this spinning tool here, that organizer, that I just need to add more things to it. I have my mini albums. I have my little scrap and learn cup there, and This Is Me album that I love, created in a crop and create, I believe. I have my Instax mini there, and this little dog here created by my daughter as well. And I love that I have things that are very significant to me here, that I've gotten trips or that my daughters make for me, and it makes this place even more special. Up here I have some cups that I've brought from my vacations. This is from Disney, this one as well. So they hold my brushes. And there I have a little gumball machine for my daughters that they love coming in, and when they've been really good, I give them a gum. Now moving on to this corner, I have my beautiful globe here, and I have tons of little dishes that I collect wherever I travel, and I love to use them to hold my ephemera, my die cuts, and just for all those pictures that you see on my social media. I also have my magazines. I have some photo books. This is my daughter's 4th year, I believe. So I love getting those as well. And I have more photo books and more, I believe, memorabilia and more class booklets. Down here, I have this plastic organizer that I believe is from Michaels. And this holds all my ephemera packs. I have this one that holds all my Paige Evans. So the idea, friends, is to one day use my label maker to create a nice label there with the name and collection. But for now, it works. I just look for the one that I need of, and I can find it there. So here I have pink paisley, Pebbles, and Paige Evans. Down here, I have Dear Lizzie and more pink paisley. Then this is a Maggie Holmes that's packed because I loved creating with crepe paper and Maggie Holmes. Here I have Jen Hatfield, Celes Gonzalo, Vicky Booten. This one is a little more mixed with Pink Fresh. And I think Hip Kit over there on the back. And then Echo Park, Cartabella, and Simple Stories. So yes, friends, that's all my ephemera packed. So this is my IKEA Kalex unit that has 4 drawers in the middle and 2 little doors that open, and the bottom holds all my 12 by 12 albums. So we are going to look inside of every little cube. Start here, I have some more magazines, and this basket holds all those, as you remember, those chipboard pieces. I have Dear Lizzie, I have tons of them, so I've divided them by designer, and those are there. Here I have the scrapbook.com collection organizer or paper organizer. So here I just receive the Simple Stories collections and I put them there. So I'm ready to create with them whenever I have to. This little basket here holds all my enamel dots. I'm a huge lover of this little dots, so I've been collecting them for ages, friends, and now they sit in this basket. And on the back I have another one that holds all my little mini alphabets. So I have those LE Studios that I love. They are super useful. I will never part with them. I have the Hip Kit and more LE Studios, as well as the larger cardstock ones. Behind door number 1, I have all my 6x8 paper pads. I've purchased a lot of these, so this is all that I have. I have the 6x6 in this little tray here, and all the bigger ones that go all the way to the back are here. On this first drawer, I have all my Color Vibe flowers and enamel dots and all the pieces. Since you know I am on the design team, so I get all of them and I just keep them in this drawer so I can reach into them whenever I need it. Down here is a little of everything. I want to use this to decorate my room, my new room, so I just kept them there. I have some little chocolates here, some almonds, just whenever I need to fuel myself with some sweets. Up here I have more of that happy planners that I need to make a decision of what I'm gonna do. And here I have more of the fun little things that my girls create for me. So I just put them here until I find a beautiful place to show them. And the last one holds those Ali Edwards giant stamps, more Ali Edwards stuff, my rings, and some blank cards for whenever I need it. The last door, friends, holds my 12 by 12 paper pads. That's all that I have because I rarely use them, so I just purchased except my favorite ones and more collections. I believe these are Pink Fresh? Yes, Pink Fresh. These are my Pink Fresh collections. Okay, now down here I have all my 12 by 12 albums. As you can see, some of them are really damaged. This is my daughter, my oldest one, the layouts that she creates. So this gets a lot of use. She takes it out, you know, very frequently. So yeah, if you have any recommendations for, you know, better quality of albums, I really would need that because I'm using the We Are Memory Keeper ones, and yeah, they are a little, they're not doing so great. So those are all my albums, friends. Now let's move on to this like vintage style dresser. It houses all the things that just I want to keep out of sight. So as you can see, it is really messy, friends, and it has lots of more cardstock. I have more trays, more photo organizers. I have my threads there, and you know, those inks, more albums that I need to start using. They're all blank. I have been really inspired to use this Heidi Swapp Story Chapter books by Ty from Moments to Memories. I love hanging something from the season. So yeah, we're getting ready here for Halloween. And down here, friends, I have even more little plates and little trinkets for my photo props and those flat lace. So yeah, this is my cabinet that it's better closed. Moving on, I have this little corner here that I had some custom shelves made, and I have this plastic organizers. I think I got them at Michael's, scrapbook.com. So I divide my collections. I have school, fall, school collections, Easter, birthday, Valentine's, travel, Halloween, and all my collections are divided there because, as you can see, they are just too many to keep under one space. Up here I have layouts that are done and ready to put in albums. So as you can see, I have tons of them that need to be put in albums, and I'm gonna do that pretty soon. So I put them there meanwhile. Down here I have more of those tools. So I have the new one. This is the shadow box that I haven't opened yet. I have my frame punch, envelope punch, and a bunch of others there. Here I have more simple stories, friends. I'm a huge fan of them, and I just can't part with any because I just am a huge fan. Down here I have another of that plastic organizer, and I have collections that are themed. So this is waiting for my daughter's baby album, so I just have it there. This has Christmas collections, more Christmas collections, just Doodlebug. I have Vicky Booten there. Down here I have travel collections, older ones. And here, more Christmas, friends. And Halloween, those are waiting to be used. In this little corner, this is my daughter's rolling cart. So I just put whatever I don't want or I think that she will enjoy. I put it here, and she can use whatever she wants to create. So this is my little party corner here. If you've ever seen how I put up this party corner, you know that I love having a cake, some flowers, cookies, and I just love doing anything special and creating a party whenever possible. So this is actually a little table that holds my die cutting machines, my Big Shots, and my cinch. Down under I have my mini cinch and my mini die cutting machine as well, and here you can find all the trimmers and punch boards and trimmers are here. On this side I have my bigger dies from Sizzix, since I love doing all the boxes and mini albums. I love having this bigger dies. I did this for 1 year for my daughter and they love them so much. So yes, these are my bigger dies. Here I have those LE Studio kits that I used to subscribe. I have a ton of them waiting to be used. Maybe someday I will have that time. I have this extra large dies for parties and like souvenirs. So here I have my cutting plates for my machines. This one holds also my cutting plates for the smaller die cutting machines. I have a bunch of older cards, the 3x4s and 4x6 that maybe I will have to purge because I rarely use those. Here I have stamps and more stamps, friends. So yes, this is something that I will have to figure how to divide and create a better organization. In this first drawer, friends, I have more wires. These are the spiral ones. I have discs for my binding as well. I have the little corner guides and lots of the wax beads, as well as the wax electric tool here. I have my binding corners that are super useful as well. Down here I have more dies of the bigger ones. So I love this frame. I have boxes. I just love creating little boxes for my kids' school. Here I have the Sissics shaping kit and a bunch of other little things that I rarely reach for. Down here I have my Better Press tool and my Glimmer Mist that I haven't used yet, but I am really excited to have those opened and accessible on my new crafty. I also have lots of eyelets and box cards for whenever I need them. So here I have this cabinet that holds all my single page pattern paper. So I used to scrapbook by designers, so this was the way that I thought worked best for me. So I have Chamel, Paige Evans, Maggie Holmes, Dear Lizzie, and all the pattern paper is there. And here, down here, I have chipboard stickers, you know, the old ones that we loved. I have more Pink Fresh, Hip Kit, and Amy Tangerine here. In this middle layer, I have my specialty paper, so you can find transparencies, vellum, and up here I have all my shaker things. So I have those domes, the little shaker figures, and here I have all my sequins. So I just grab this little caddy here and I get all my shaker elements. Here I love, friends, whenever I'm filming, to have a fun bracelet. So all my fun bracelets, like I have the little duckies, are here. So whenever I'm filming, I come and see which one would look great with the video and just put it on. Here are more sequins, fun little pieces to create shakers, and I have a bunch of photos and just mini albums that I need to start using. Up here, friends, I have this basket that's full of Christmas and fall collections. So since I use them one time throughout the year, I just put them here. And up there, you know, I have bags, I have little things that I rarely reach for. This is my spinner that's waiting to be used as well, and some little trays. Okay, so now I have another cart. This is a We Are Pink cart. And up here I have my 6x12 stickers from all those collections that you just saw, their embellishments and papers. Lots of American crafts, as well as here I have the sticker books from tons of different collections. Here I have the Bella Boulevard's acrylic shapes. They're fun, puffy and heart hugs. And here I have more of the acrylic shapes as well as here. So just a Mod Podge of things that I love. Down here I have the foam word stickers, as well as they're all from American Crafts. So I have that little basket there. I believe this is from scrapbook.com. Down here I have my latest embroidery projects, cross stitching. I love doing cross stitching, and this is my little bag that holds more of my flosses. And down here, friends, I have more of those shape puffy stickers and foam stickers. So this is my tray card. I love this. This is one of my favorite pieces in my craft room. This is from We Are, and I just love putting my next project in these trays and just taking them out to work on my table. So here I have my next assignment with simple stories. It is the Say Cheese Classic Poo. I have the next one is Simple Vintage Autumn Breeze, and like that I have collections that I want to start using. And these two trays here has my latest purchases from my trip to the US, so I want to film a video there. So these three are videos that I want to film. So this is the last shelf in my room. As you can see, I have my die cutting machines here, my Silhouette, my Cricut, my Mink. I have my little distress spreads. This baskets hold a bunch of mixed media, paints, pastes, lots of washi tape, and things that I don't reach as often, but that I still need and want to have in my room. So friends, if you've made it all the way till the end, thank you so much for joining me in this little craft room tour. I had so much fun showing you around, and I hope that you've gotten some little ideas for your own crafty space. Once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for those 10,000 subscribers, for your huge support, for all your feedback. I couldn't thank you enough. And my wish, friends, for this channel is that every video inspires you in some way to tell your stories, to get creating, or that it just brings a little sunshine to your day. And I hope you keep coming back for more videos and that we can soon reach 10,000 subscribers more. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, and if you have any questions, you can leave them down below. Until the next time, friends, this was Gloria Parra. Bye-bye.